All right, gang, let's come on back in. Something. Is this okay? All right, this is just some thank yous and announcements, and also no exciting streaming. For all those of you joining us for the stream, we are excited about you. We've gotten good response from a number of people that are listening and enjoying, and so that's great that we've been able to provide that. And while I'm mentioning this, pretty much everything, well, not pretty much, everything that was streamed is stored, is saved, so you're able to go back and access that. It's at our go to the Facebook or just go to the ACT YouTube, right? ACT Artist YouTube, ACT Artist YouTube, and there's a bunch of the I Am. Yeah, there's a bunch of the I Am ACT. There's a number of recordings of some teaching where Byron's been different places. So a lot of different resources and things there at ACT Artists, plural, correct? ACT. Yeah, yeah. And if you've got things that you'd like to just, send it to Dave, and we can hook that up on there as well. So we want to make that a resource. While we're speaking of that, let me mention a couple things. November the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2018, right back here, okay? It's the first year since we've started this that we already know where we're going to be next year. So we can already start planning. You can already put it on your calendar, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Help us to get the word out. We'd love to see. There's other rooms that we can move to if we outgrow this one. We'll still use this one. This is such a great for something, some part of it. But start promoting that. The other thing related to that, guys, listen to me because we can really use some help. You will get a follow-up email after this. And in that email, there will be a link to your feedback. We would love your feedback, your suggestions. Be critical. Iron sharpens iron. So be gentle with your criticalness, but let us know. I mean, what worked, what didn't work. Do you have ideas? Do you have suggestions? Something that you were hoping would be here that wasn't? I mean, that's how we grow. That's how we continue to do that. And again, I could, the reality is we already know where we're going to be. We got the dates, so we can begin planning and preparing and things like that. So please take time to do that. Get us your feedback. We value that. So look for an email in the next few days with that. Those of you that are participating in the candidate orientation following this, make sure that you keep your name tags. So hang on to those name tags. And the orientation will begin at 2 o'clock. So we'll break, and we got some cleanup here, but go grab some lunch. We're not serving lunch at the orientation. Go grab some lunch, and the orientation is the room right next door here. So just out the door left in the ASAF's chamber. That's where we'll start out. We'll be in here a little bit as well. So that's at 2 o'clock. We'll go till about 9 o'clock tonight. We will provide dinner this evening for that. So maybe stick around and help a little bit, but go grab you some lunch and be over there so we can get started right at 2. Yes, sir.
I ask people that if anybody's interested in ministry interviews, just kind of a minute-long thing.
Just back here in the back room again, or where are you going to? Okay, yeah. I mean, we've got to get some cleanup and stuff too, but you could take a break and run back there and do a little ministry, I Am ACT and that kind of thing with Dave after that, after we close up here. All right. We do need some help. All of these tables need to be taken back to where we got them. So was there anybody that was a part of the table crew that, all right, so you guys know where they belong. So I can give you keys or whatever, we can make sure. But if you can grab some help and get the round tables over there and the rectangle tables there, that would be great. The chairs, all of the white chairs, there's a little bitty right behind this brick wall here. There's a little opening right there. They need to be stacked inside that, the white chairs. And then pretty much that's all we need to do for the just get these tables back and these white chairs stacked in. That'll be a help. You know how sound and AV guys are. They like to do their own cables and all, but they sure could use some help loading it up after they get the cables. So if you want to stick around and just offer to assist as much as they are willing to let you touch their stuff and help them load it up, I know they would be appreciative of that. And then ML has some things to load. Some of it's going over there to the orientation. Some of it's going to load into her car. So if a couple of you could just find ML after we break up here, just to help her load up anything. And it shouldn't take us, half an hour or so after. We won't have a lot to do, but it'll go even quicker if we get some good help from you. Speaking of ML, and then also Kathleen, would you stand for just a second? Kathleen's over here behind the scenes, but Kathleen has been a tremendous help in many ways, creatively, the decoration. Let's give Kathleen a hand for... And I don't know where ML is, but where is ML? But is ML around? She's hidden herself. ML, so she has put together a lot of these details. So let's give ML a big... Not too much. It'll make her head even bigger, but... And then, again, as I said, if everything runs smoothly, the audio-visual team never gets any appreciation. If things go badly, they get all the fault. But they've done a great job, Dave and Chris and Al. All right. Any questions, as we wrap up, or anything I've left off? Because we want to transition here. We've got a couple things here and one more ministry profile we want to do. But then we really want this to finish out with a strong time of worshiping together, hearing from our president, the founder and president of ACT International, hearing from Byron, and finishing with a time of commissioning and communion, and just being sent out from here in all the things the Lord's doing. So any other logistics, questions, comments here before we wrap up this little section here? All right. Good. Yes? Do you have a list of contact information for the people who sent it last night? Because some of them seem to have left already, so we can get a chance to... Yeah, we could do that in a follow-up email, be able to provide some contact information for all of the participants so that you can follow up with one another. That's a good idea, Nora, so we'll do that. Yes, sir?
Yeah, anything y'all have on phones that you could throw at social media, or, our Twitter is
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so any kind of media, as you said, as you've seen, Dave is kind of helping us. He's our media specialist and coordinating all those things. So help us tell our story by connecting that with Dave. All right. Well, one profile we wanted to do today, those of you that were here last year heard Diane Collard share a bit about her story. And I'm not going to say much about it because the film, but her story has been made into a video short, and it actually world premiered a little over a week ago with at the Heartland Film Festival. It was nominated in an award category at the Heartland Film Festival. I haven't heard from her, so I have a feeling it didn't get, but even be nominated, and that was a weird experience. If you've been to a film festival before, you have this film next to all, it's just a whole array of
She's on total rest. Her vocal cords have been
sure, yeah.
drained, so she can't communicate, which is why she's not talking as much as anybody.
Right. Yeah. So Diane, but just so she was there in Indianapolis the whole week for the film festival and got to present and talk and several things. So yeah, she's having some vocal problems. But just again, it says it here, so I don't think I need any further introduction. But it's a great opportunity as you're going to see. You know, another example. You know, Brian's testimony, and you've heard it over and over again here. It's about being obedient and sensitive to the Lord's leading in your life. And you're going to see in a remarkable way in which the Lord really used art in Diane's life to bring healing and restoration and miracles. And then Diane, I mean, several people here that are outside of our country, Diane once a month is contacting all of our international staff and just how are you doing and praying with, because she and her husband were missionaries in Europe for a number of years and as trained missionaries. So just a great ministry. Let me pray just to begin our time together. And then after that, let me just do it this way. Matt and Joanna Black are going to just come on up after that. And I've told some people here, I mean, I see Matt and Joanna Black as our poster child, you know, poster ministry for ACT International. They have been every gathering we've had. I mean, at Estes Park, here, connecting. You're going to see gifted worship leaders and musicians. And any of you who've gotten a chance to meet them, just know what a great heart they have and a model of a family. We said next year, Byron, we want them to do a breakout session on how to drag your kids along in ministry. You know, because as you've all seen, they don't drag their kids along. I mean, their kids have been a treasure to us, and that's an art form. I know that from experience myself. Jordan got dragged along in ministry some in his younger days. So, and even here, maybe. But he chose to be here. I didn't drag him here. So let me pray. We'll show Diane, and then Matt and Joanna will come up and lead us. Father, thank you again. I mean, it's just, I know we're weary, but even more than that, we're just bubbling over with excitement, with enthusiasm, with encouragement, validation, inspiration. I just feel like all of us have got all these things. I know some of us, we've still got 2 more days and then the board meeting come up, so life doesn't stop after this, but thank you for just this refreshment of encouraging us, and we look forward to just you meeting us here today in this special way, even as we're encouraged just the way you've worked in Diane and Glenn Collard's life and how you're going to continue to work in each of our lives as we pursue you. We love you, Father. It's in your Son's name we pray these things. Amen.
As a parent, you think, okay, the worst that could happen is I would get a phone call and my child has been in an automobile accident. I never, ever considered the fact I would get a phone call and be told that our son, had been murdered.